happening, guys? If you don't know, you should know. I am Chael Sonnen. This is the Fighters Replay.
What is up, guys? It's the Fighters Replay. My name is Kay.
My name is Rob.
And today we are getting into UFC 300. Biggest card in recent MMA history. I mean, legendary fighters, champions, and more champions. Regardless of which way the fights lean, still gonna make history. So this event is something to definitely look out for. And this is a very special event because, Rob, would you like to tell them why this is a very special event?
So this is going to be a very special event and a very special episode of UFC 300 because we're going to have special guest, Uncle Chael, the American gangster, Chael Sonnen, give his UFC 300 picks later down in the video. So be sure to tune in, stick around, and find out what he's thinking.
We're hopping into the main card. We already did a video of the early prelims and preliminary cards. If you guys want to check that out for UFC 300, the link will be in our bio.
Speaking of the prelims, honestly, you know what fight should have been on the prelims? The very first fight, Bo Nickal versus Cody Brundage. Let's be real. Out of all the champions and all the names for people who are proven in this sport, I don't understand how Bo Nickal could get a main card spot over them.
Hey,
but
all respect to Bo Nickal. We say this with respect to Bo Nickal.
Absolutely.
But it's to respect the other fighters that
came
below him.
Exactly.
But with that being said, I think Bo Nickal is gonna fucking destroy this guy. All respect to Cody Brundage.
And we've heard many stories of Cody Brundage and how he's a beast in the gym. We've heard many stories from a lot of fighters that talk about how when they spar with him, he really gives them a lot of trouble. So, obviously there hasn't been that much consistency with him. Bo Nickal is on a hot streak. He's coming off of multiple finishes. He's undefeated. He's young. He's strong. He's hungry. I don't see what Cody could have for him.
I think the only thing that Cody has on him is experience. I mean, it's not a lot more experience, but I mean, Bo Nickal is still so early in his MMA career. I mean, when most people get signed to the UFC, they at least have like 7 fights, 8 fights, and that's if you're lucky. If you're lucky to get recognized from Dana 6 or 7 fights into your professional career.
He really got recognized in his Dana White Contender Series bout. It was a crazy performance and ended in the first round.
And then he made him come back, did the same thing, and Dana was forced to give him the contract, even though it was so early in his career. But that just goes to prove how hard of a worker Bo Nickal is. I mean, he's got that wrestler base, that American pride, baby. I mean, I just think he's going to dominate the night. But you know who I really think is going to dominate the night? I think a lot of people are giving Charlie a lot of shit for losing the fight to Islam, and I think that they're forgetting who Charlie really is.
I think so too, man. With all respect to Armin, I think Armin is definitely a good fighter. He's coming off a really good KO win to Beneil Dariush. But I feel like, he caught him good with a clean shot early. I don't think that fight truly showed Beneil's skills. Did it really show too much of Armin's skills? Not entirely too much. It just proves that Armin could capitalize on really good opportunities, which is something that we're going to have to definitely look out for. But I feel like Charlie has been at the championship level way longer. He's been at the top longer. He's fought way more dangerous people. I think Charlie is going to be able to get it done. Honestly, I think he's going to get it done in the first round. I could see a TKO, submission, however he want it. If he want to go to decision, it's going to do Bronx. If there's going to be a knockout, it's a knockout for Du Bronx. If there's a submission, it's for Du Bronx.
I definitely see Du Bronx winning a decision. I see him getting a submission. I see him getting a KO or a TKO. But, Armin is definitely, he knows when to push. He knows when somebody is weak. And And a following trait of Charlie is, as good as he is, there is slight moments where if somebody can capitalize on that as fast, like as Islam did, was to capitalize on that moment, that a lot of fighters just don't have that instinct to pounce like that. If Armin can show that he has that, that's dangerous for Charlie. That's the only thing that I believe that Charlie has to worry about. That's all I'm gonna say, and that's giving respect to Armin. But with that being said, I definitely see Charlie winning. I say rear naked choke just for the fact that he said that all he can do is take his back. I see a rear naked choke, round 2 or 3.
I see him knocking him the fuck out. But you know who I don't really see getting knocked the fuck out? I think my boy Max can eat them shots from Justin, baby. I got Max all fucking day. The blessed train is here.
Blessed Express.
To be the best, you gotta beat the best. And the best is blessed, baby. Man, I'm so excited for this fight, but I'm also terrified for this fight. Dude, after the Bo Nickal fight, my heart rate is going up to the ceiling from that point straight. And it's just not going to go down until after that fight. I'm so terrified for my boy Max. I love Justin Gaethje. Justin Gaethje is crazy, big, strong striker. I just think my boy Max just got that dog in him. That's the reason I think he's going to win. I could see Max winning by decision, but I can see him getting a late 5th round or 4th round TKO stoppage on Justin Gaethje. I don't see him really getting like a slept KO, cold KO. I don't see neither one of them getting that. But I just think my boy Max is going to have that dog in him.
Like, this is just going to be a fucking throw down. It is going to be a brutal fight. And I think this goes to a decision. They are just able to go that distance, to push past that mental barrier, to push past that physical barrier of pain, and to just keep going. And that is what is going to make this fight just so historic. Wow. You know, this is really the BMF, the baddest motherfucker. Moving into the co-main event, Zhang Weili, strawweight queen, versus Xiaonan. This is a huge event. This is marking history in their country.
And a lot of people are disrespecting this fight, man. And I think the disrespect is crazy. I think that both these women are going to hear all this disrespect, and I think they're going to show out. I think this potentially might even, get fight of the night. The only other fight that I could see comparing is only Max versus Justin, because I'm pretty sure those other two fights are going to be, run-throughs. Tune in for that. But honestly, man, I think they're going to fucking brawl. I think it's going to be crazy. I think there's going to be crazy exchanges. I feel like a lot of that's going to be, Zhang giving Yan her respect. But I think Zhang is going to eventually start to, train her. I think she's going to eventually just start to make her reads, pick her shots. I think she's going to, break her down eventually. She has her grappling in her back pocket if the striking's not working out. I just think Zhang is just going to... I just think she's the better mixed martial artist. But Yan does have a very big advantage on her, which is speed in the striking and the boxing.
Her boxing is just so clean and crisp, but she is the more vulnerable fighter in this fight. Zhang Weili, she's just so well-rounded. They both have some tough losses, but they both have proven that they can come back and be an even better fighter, and they have both tremendously shown how much they are improving in between these fight camps. And it's not like they're taking long breaks in between fights. They are active fighters. And this is what is going to make this fight so amazing. I think a lot of people are not giving it the credit it deserves. I can see Zhang getting into a dominant position on the ground and landing some heavy ground and pound that could stop the fight. That's the only way that I see the fight ending. Other than that, I think it goes to a decision, really? And I think Zhang wins.
Wow, that's crazy. I think this is actually gonna be on the feet for a long minute. I think Zhang might even be able to catch her with the shots that could put her away, to be honest. I'm a big believer in Zhang, but Yan Xiaonan is definitely going to bring that fire out of her. So it's going to be a great fucking fight.
Real shit. Mm-hmm. And with that being said, honestly, in spite of just the historic night, I would love nothing more than Yan to pull an upset. It would just be so historic. It would just prove that martial arts is martial arts.
It needs to be if it does, it needs to be a statement.
Yeah, it's like a very clear submission or KO or very clear TKO stoppage, and that's going to be tough. But do you know what's going to be tougher? The main event. Light heavyweight, these boys are some bangers. I mean, this is worthy of a UFC 300 main event. And to be honest, I think a lot of people are counting out Jamahal Hill. I mean, he's got the wrestling advantage. He has been in mixed martial arts for a longer period of time. Has definitely faced tough opponents. Has beat his coach and teammate. But that can also be an advantage for Alex. Overall, I mean, he's got that dog in him. He's got that USA pride in him that is going to carry him throughout all of his toughest moments.
I would say he's definitely the better all-around mixed martial artist.
I would say so too. But what worries me is the fact that he wants to stand and bang with one of the most glorified kickboxers of our current day time. One of the most elite strikers that we have ever seen, who knows his distance and range like no other fighter.
No kidding.
How are you supposed to compete and stand and bang with that guy? I mean, don't get me wrong. Jamahal Hill has technique on the feet. You know, he has a style. But if he gets hurt, he can be reckless. And in those reckless moments, Alex capitalizes. He makes those reads and he makes those changes, those minute setups to put himself into a position to come back and win.
And honestly, you can't really say that Jamahal is way too high of a confidence, because let's not forget, he never lost the belt. He only got injured. No, at that point, other than Paul Craig breaking his arm, nobody else had beaten Jamahal Hill. He's been running through every single person he's been facing. That's only a testament to how much of a beast that dude is. But we're not going to forget that Alex isn't a beast too. We've seen Alex get hurt early on in many of his fights, and he just changes it like that. He's very capable of doing that in this fight, but so much as Jamahal is too. It's really just going to be a very entertaining match that really displays what mixed martial arts is about. It's going to be awesome.
I agree. With that being said, final prediction?
I would say Alex Pereira kicks him in the leg. He's like, oh, fuck. Panics, gets caught.
Yeah, that Achilles injury, man. That's something that is detrimental to athletes across the board. I mean, to heal from something like that, I mean, he's been inactive for 9 months, 10 months or so. But the normal recovery time for an Achilles injury is a year and a half for full, muscle rebuilt and all of that good medical jam. In my head, you think you're okay, but really the muscle actually just takes physical time to heal. And that's what also worries me is that calf kick. If, and Alex just opens up with that, that's his main signature thing. Copyrighted it, signed it, date everything. It's his. And so for that lead leg to be compromised in that way, that's dangerous. That's very dangerous. And with that being said, I got to agree with you. I think Alex Pereira takes this fight. I can see round 1, round 2. But I can also, at that same time, I can also see Jamahal Hill pulling through and getting an amazing upset. I can see him taking it to the ground, taking advantage of tough positions that Alex is not used to, taking advantage of his mount and his strong top game, and to be able to land ground and pound and elbows. Definitely at that point in time, that's an area that Alex is just not known to be in quite as often yet. And the fighters who have been put him there haven't been able to keep him long there. But can Jamahal capitalize on that? I think that's going to be the dictator of the fight. Is whether he wants to use that or not in his corner.
Yeah, I think that's a really really good point. That's really the main question that we should be asking everyone. Is Jamal gonna use his complete tools? Is he gonna use all of his tools? Is he gonna use in his back pocket? I don't know, man.
You know what I know for sure, though?
What?
I know that Uncle Chael said that he would come through for us with his UFC 300 picks. Chael, take it away.
What's happening, guys? If you don't know, you should know. I am Chael Sonnen. This is the Fighters Replay. And as we look ahead to UFC 300, I want to give you 5 picks that I got. And first off, Jamal Hill. Now, I would like to add, I am not bullish on this. Jamal has been out for just shy of a year. And none of us know just how bad that injury was. And the fact that he's being brought back a little ahead of the scheduled time does bring pause. And there's a question, is he being rushed? If there's anybody you want to feel great against, it's Alex Pereira. But overall, there is something to be said for momentum. Jamal Hill, I believe, has demonstrated to be the better fighter. I am going to take Max Holloway. I am going to take Jalen Turner over Moicano. And that is probably your safest bet of the entire evening. I am going to take Weili over her opponent. I am also going to take, and I don't know that you can do this, I don't know you can bet this, but a fight of the night, right, on a prop bet. A fight of the night is Cody Garbrandt versus Deiveson Figueiredo. Now, if I'm cheating the system and I got to just do a straight line, who's going to win? Deiveson is going to win. All right, guys, check us out. Stay involved. Also like to know who your 5 top picks for 300 is.
MMA is special, brings us all together. Enjoy UFC 300 with your friends. We're going to enjoy it with ours.
Until next time, peace.
You can't break me, I got iron bones. My ground game will leave your mind blown. I'm ready to fight in any time zone. I'm the greatest, you can call me John Jones. Knocking clowns out like I'm Steve Payne. We can even fight on the freeway. I'ma leave him bloody right where he lay. This is the Fighters Replay.